Hey guys, it's Raina. So today I'm going to do a tutorial on using Sims 4 Studio with Paint.net for just doing simple recolors. Um, I could possibly do something a little bit more detailed later on, but today's just a simple Sims 4 Studio with Paint.net because I know that when I wanted to play with custom content and the such, it was difficult to find tutorials on it that actually incorporated Paint.net in them. Most of them deal with Photoshop. And, well, I don't want to buy Photoshop. Although I had Photoshop recently, I had tried one of the trials, and I'm still not exactly sure if I want it or not. So, there's also GIMP, but I prefer Paint.net over GIMP, and I don't need any special plugins. So, you can get Paint.net fairly easy if you don't already have it. All you gotta do is go to Google, Paint.net, and this one right here is the one that you want at www.getpaint.net. So you would go in and you just click that link there, and it should take you to get ready for your downloads. It is a free software app or software program that runs on donations, but you don't have to make a donation if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. The other program you need is, of course, Sims 4 Studio. And you can easily find that with Sims 4 Studio. And boop, there you are. Right there, right there. You have to make an account in order to even download the program. So you go in there and make your account, download the program, create your username, and all of that. I won't go into the details of actually downloading it. It's fairly simple. But assuming that you already have them downloaded, if not, go ahead and go download them and, pause the video and then come back. But assuming that you now have them or had them downloaded, you need to open Sims 4 Studio, put in your creator name down here, and then make sure you have Create Cast Standalone clicked, and then click the Cast button. That will bring you to a window similar to this. Your program may be indexing or pulling the stuff from your game into it, so that you can only edit what you actually have on your system. So, which is another reason why sometimes if you're planning to create for an audience, you may want to stick to stuff from the basic game packs, or the basic game, I should say. That way you know it's something that is accessible to everyone. But if it's just for you or someone in particular and you know what they have or whatnot, even if you do it for an audience and you pick something else, just make sure you state what base or pack they need. But let's see, something simple. I want to do something from the base game, which it shows you basically with these little plumb bobs what everything is from. So it's fairly simple. And if that's not simple enough, all you gotta do is come over here to game pack and you can pick what you're looking for. So, base game. I want to do a t-shirt, so I'm going to go with a female I want adult, and I want clothing top. And boop, there we go. So if you're following along exactly, your page should look like this. Or if you're going for a male shirt or something else, you can follow along the same way and everything else. So I want a shirt, a t-shirt. So I'm going to go with these. You can shift click and click everything in that little category of style, that fashion, and it takes all the colors. Or you can just take one, but regardless, you can click them all if you want and take them with you to the next page. So click next. From here, it's simple. I'm going to save my stuff to the desktop so I can find it easier, unless I want to later on put it in another folder, or a copy of it. This is where you name your file. You can name it whatever you want. If you're planning to do it for an audience, it's suggested that you put your creator name or what you're going to identify with to your audience in the first portion, underscore it, and then you can put in what the product is, and then and you can add a sort of like an identification number to it. Some people do it like N42, and it'd be number 42. And when people go to search for your stuff, if your number was number 42, they could search it and know that that's what I'm looking for, that one. The package number is N42. I'm going to go to their page and I'll be able to find their stuff, even if I don't remember the name of it exactly, because it's item number 42. Some people use their initials, like the little initial of their creator name, and then a number. I mean, it's up to you how you do it, how you make the number unique to you or to your item or what have you. That's all personal preference. But let's see, I'm going to go with Reina underscore, and I'm going to name my package tutorial t-shirts. Now see, that pops it up over here on my desktop with the name, and it's a package just like it is in the game. And then you'll see all of your items over here, or not all of your items, but your item and all of the swatches, all of the colors. If you decided that you didn't like the name, or later on you wanted to change the name again, that's easy to do without having to start completely over. Just click File, Save As, and you can change the name to Fluffy Tutorial Shirts. And that should make another package. Yep, there it is, another package. Just delete your old one. And now everything you save will be going to that package. So there's no confusion. Delete your other one and carry on. See, name even changes up here. Alright, so I don't want these printed colors. Actually, I don't want any of these colors. I just want the white one, so I'm going to remove these because I just want the one. And everything I'm going to show you can be done with just that one. But if you wanted to move more than one color, that's all you do. And this is how you delete them, obviously. So, there's my white shirt. Um, in the window, hard press your middle mouse and you can drag your little woman all around. Right click and drag, and you can take her for a little trip. Alright. And then, of course, scroll your middle mouse and you can zoom in and out. So, there's our shirt. Over here under textures, we have diffuse, shadow, specular, normal, and emission. But the only one you need to worry about for this is diffuse. These other ones are more for if you were making your own mesh or franking a mesh and you were importing it and so forth, which is nowhere near what we're doing. We already have the mesh. EA has provided us the mesh, so we don't have that to worry about. We're good there. We just want the diffuse map, the diffuse texture. So from there, which here's the preview, from that we are going to export it. You can name it whatever you want. So we will export it, or I'm going to export mine as white t-shirt base DDS. I'm exporting mine as a DDS image. You can also export it as a PNG. I stick with DDS. I don't really do anything with PNG much, even if I'm doing something that's HQ compatible, because a DDS is actually easier on the computer and the software because it is compressed more than a PNG is and all of that. But the difference is direct draw surface, portable network graphic. Most of the stuff when you get into a lot of custom content will be with DDS. So it's usually just, you can go ahead and get into the use of doing DDS. And Paint.net does DDS easily. And it's easier on the system, usually for the most part. I'm not going to get too much into that. You can Google the nitty-gritty differences between the two. So it's easier to just... I personally stick to DDS. But I also do an underscore on my stuff, and I write DDS or PNG, depending on which I'm working with, because sometimes I do work with the other one. But I'm going to click save, putting it to my desktop. And there it is right there. We can minimize this for now because all we wanted was that diffuse map for the moment anyway. Now you can open it in Paint.net, go in, open, or you can double click it. I'll double click because I'm lazy. And boop. There is our item. There is our diffuse map. Okay, let me see. I want everything in my window. Alright, so the simplest thing that you can do is changing the color. That is one of the simplest things. For that, you can go to Recolor, which is this button right over here. It's 3 circles, a dark blue, light blue, and a reddish color. Or you can hit R and bring it up, and then from there we will go to change our brush size, which some I usually go with 200 or more. It just depends on what I'm working with. It's a personal preference, whichever one you like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with 200. You can leave your tolerance the same. You can play with it. It's up to you. I'm gonna bring my hardness down, and the hardness, that's a preference as well. The tolerance will allow you to will allow your color to grab different things. Like, I'm going to make this shirt. I'm gonna go for pink. I'm gonna lower my opacity. I'm gonna lower it to like there. Okay, so make sure the cursor of your recolor is going to be on the fabric, or else you'll get this number, and we don't want that because that kind of defeats the entire purpose of trying to recolor. But it's okay. Control Z, undo it. So make sure the little cursor is on the fabric, and we can just run over it. Boop, boop, boop. And get this piece and that piece and this piece. And we get all of it. Alright? Now, if we were under tolerance of 50, it would look like this. It's going to try to only grab the shades that match. So you can leave it at 50 or 51, whichever. It's usually a safe zone for it, so it's up to you. If you wanted to do something that was more or less, it's something you can play with. So this is the front. This is the back. And these are sleeves. And this is that centerpiece. You know how when a sim bends over or moves, or you take a look from a certain angle and the bottom of the shirt is filled in so that you can't really see up it? You know, it kind of blocks the view. That's what this is for. It's like the actual bottom of the shirt, but you can always just make that same color as everything else. Alright, so there's your simple recolors. You can play with the different colors and the opacities. You can do different things. You can make your shirts funky if you want. You can keep adding different colors. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. Seriously, whatever you want to do. See, I had to play with my tolerance there because it didn't want to hit that corner the way I wanted it to. So, back to what I was doing. I'm making my shirt pink, just not that pink. Good gosh. I want a decent light pink. There we go. Kind of pastel. Yeah, as you can tell, if you hit the same spot with the same recolor button, it's going to get funky, kind of like that. You don't have to make the sleeves the same color or any of that stuff. I'm just choosing to do that because that's kind of what I want. That's just what I want. Okay, let me make this pink. I kind of want my bottom to be a different color, so I'm going to do this the easy way. Which, yeah. See, I'm keeping it right at the edge. I'm not going over because if you go over, you're going to get this onto the other rest of the other skins on the body. I can show you in a bit what that will actually do. Actually, I'm going to make a new layer and do that. Alright. So yeah, you can make a new layer and do different things to it, which we're going to get into as well, because layers are our best friend. Poop. There we go. But yes, layers are our best friend. We go with a different color completely for that. Like that. Not sure I like that. I don't like that. Not at all. I'm just gonna fill that in. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna do that. I just don't like that at all. Which is fine. I don't have to like it. I can play with that later. Okay, that I can work with. I can deal with that. I like that. Kinda. Not really. Yeah, I know. I'm crazy. I'm picky. I'm... Mm-mm-mm. But anyways, that's how you change the color. Simple, simple, right? So, file, save, bring back up your Sims 4 Studio and click import white t-shirt base. What's what I named mine? Oops, don't do what I just did. Because I forgot something. I accidentally saved it as a paint.network file. Paint.network. Oh my goodness. Paint.net file. There we go. I want to save it as a direct draw surface. Yes. So from here you want to make sure that it's a DXT5 interpolated alpha, iterative fit, perceptual, generate bitmaps, and then okay. It's going to ask you to flatten the image. Go for it. Yeah, see, I forgot to flatten the image, so I knew it went too easy there. Now we can import. There's our pink shirt, or my pink shirt, whichever color you chose, it should look like. So, we've got that. Beautiful. We can click here to swatch thumbnail, and we can pick our color that kind of represents it. That seems about right. Or you can put in the actual hex number if you have it. And to get the actual hex number, go back to paint.net. And where is it? There it is. The color picker or the shortcut key, K. And just take a dab. And you can get your hex number right here. Copy. Pull back up Sims 4 Studio. And paste. All you gotta do is just click out of it, you know, like click right in here or something. And it will bring up it will import the hex number of your color. And then just click off of it. And boop, there it is. Or you can import your own swatch if you're... Actually, I'll show you that later. So there you go. All done. Add swatch. Go back to paint.net. Control Z. And that'll bring it back so that you can edit your image. I'm going to make this shirt Alright, I want to make this shirt green. Goodness, that's a bright green though. I don't know if I wanted that bright. Let's try this. That's better. Alright, so I got that. Don't forget your little buddy down here. Okay. So, from here, we are going to add something to this shirt. So, let's see. So we can find the simple images. Just look for a simple image and transparent. So I'm going to go for plum bob transparent, or transparent plum blob. Plum blob. Plum blob. And see what we get. I kind of like this blue one. Alright, I'm liking that. Alright, so there is my blue, transparent, plum blob. Why is it I now don't even know how to say it? Plum bob. Okay. I'm going to save image. I'm going to save my image as PNG. I'm going to put it on my desktop so I can find it. Alright. Okay. So, we go back to paint.net. Add a layer. Import image from file. I forgot that you can do that from layers, and it'll be a layer for you. Alright, so there it is. So we need to bring that down here and scale it down. Just drag it down to the size you want. And if you're looking for an easy way to zoom your workspace in and out, just control and scroll your middle mouse, and it'll zoom your window in and out. And of course you can move it down here like that. So I'm going to put my plum bob on my shirt. I think I want it about there. Although you also need to remember that depending on what you're working with, you're going to have the formation of the Sims body with it. So some stuff you might not want directly on the breast area because it may become distorted once you put the item on the Sim if they have a large chest. So you might want to be mindful if you put it up high enough or low enough or small enough, thin enough, whichever may be best for the item of clothing that you're working with. So I'm going to put my plum bob right here. And if you grab something and you don't really like the color of it and you want to change the color, you can still do that. You recolor, and same thing, keep your cursor on the color that you're wanting to change, and then you can change it just like that. And yep, there it is, my new plum bob. Yeah, I don't know what happened over here. I don't know what this is, so we need to fix that. I don't know if that's on this layer or a different layer. It's on the bottom layer. If you get that, all you gotta do is crop it back out. I don't know what I did to have that happen. I think I've only had it happen like one other time. But you don't want that because it will add that color to your Sim's body. And that's not good. We don't want that. So, yeah, that's gone now. Back to what we were doing. So there you go. You add your decal, whatever your image is, and then you come up to here and merge layer down. File, save. We shouldn't run into the same hiccup I did the first time because our image is already flat. So pull Sims 4 Studio back up, import. There we go. What? Okay, see, I apparently have a boo-boo somewhere. So, let me fix it. It's probably because of that daggone space that got messed up for whatever reason. I can fix it though. It's not an issue. Bam. There it is. Let's try this again. See, now I'm gonna get irritated because it's not working right and it's hating on me. Yeah, see, this time it's gonna look so beautiful because I'm like rushing because I don't want to take forever working on this. So I apologize for that, guys. I apologize. Ah, that's what's doing it. Stop it. I don't know what his deal is. I don't like that though. That's okay. There's another way to do this since that's wanting to be a pain. I can pull this up. I can hit copy image. And then I should be able to just do that, yeah. I want to keep my canvas size. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Alright, now I'm just going to drag it all back down like I had it earlier. And I zoom out. Goodness gracious. I'm hoping I'm not making this too long. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to catch back up with you guys. There we go. Dun dun dun. So, there is the new shirt. That's what my shirt with the decal looks like. Hopefully yours is as beautiful as ever, which I'm sure it is. So, make your swatch color whatever it is. That's close enough for me. Okay, so back to that. As you see, you can also do copy image because I just did it because it kept messing up because the image was too big to import. And remember, if you do that and it asks you to expand canvas size or keep it the same size, you want to keep it the same size because if it expands, it's going to throw off the sizing of your image, which then will not import correctly into Sims 4 Studio. Alright, so we're going to do another shirt, but this time I'm going to pick an image that actually has a background so I can show you how to remove that background. I'm just going to copy image, and I'm going to make sure I'm on the layer I want, and I'm going to Control V. There we are. So we have our image. Actually, let me scale it first. I'm just going to scale it to the size I want, which is like right there. It's fine. That's good enough for me. Magic wand. I'm going to click on the outside of it, and I'm going to then click delete. And there is my plumb bob. Although it looks like it may have cut a little bit more than it should have, which, you know, it doesn't look too bad, but that's not how it's supposed to be. So we're gonna go to change the tolerance. Alright, so I lowered the tolerance, which allows it to expand the space instead of grabbing as much as it can. And then delete, and there we go. That piece is not missing now. My shirt is beautiful, as I'm sure yours is as well. Hopefully you like it. And I'm going to flatten it in a moment. But you can also change your layer types. You can make them whether you can change the opacity, so if you wanted to have that worn out look, you can kind of give it that, or you want it to have the faded look, you can do that. You can play with different things to cause different effects on your item. It's one of those you can have fun with it and play with it. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. If you have a bunch of layers on and you want to kind of see which one you like more or less, you can click the X and it will make your item disappear. But it's not gone forever, so don't worry. Just click that again and it brings your item right back. So I'm going to merge down, save, add swatch, import. I'm going right back to that same file because it's the same file I've been using. And I'm going to keep the color the same. And make sure you save periodically or save after each insertion. Then I'm going to go back to here because I'm going to do this one and I'm going to do it kind of fairly quick because I don't want to tie y'all up any longer than necessary, and I've already probably tied up a lot of time. So from here I want to play with the color real quick so I can not that. That's not what I wanted to do. Remind me to click on my background. I was like, why in the world? Why isn't that working? Change that. There we go. Alright, so I now have a two-tone shirt. I'm going to save that real quick because if you were to have a two-tone shirt, which I now do, maybe you do already, I'm going to click Add Swatch, Import. Alright, there's my shirt. Burr, burr. Okay, now on my swatch thumbnail, you may have noticed these other boxes. You can use them. So I just added this new color. So I'm going to add my new color in the swatch. Alright, that's a little off. But that's going to do for now because yeah, there. You can add up to 3 colors total to kind of distinguish your shirt from another shirt if it has similar colors, or to just you have striped shirts and you want to make a little thumbnail of what's in them, you can do it that way. So I'm going to save my package. There it is. There it is. Now, you can also come over here to the thumbnail, and you can make a quick thumbnail if you want to for your item. You can make a thumbnail for each swatch and for male and female if your item is also going to be for males or females or just one or the other. And if you have a thumbnail of 104 over 148 or 104 by 148, you can import it. You can actually import thumbnails of other sizes too. I've done it, but if you want to make a thumbnail specifically for your catalog, you do it by 104 by 148. You can do it in paint.net or Pixlr, and you just click import. That needs to be a PNG, so I'm just going to go throw that up. There we go. And save. Oops. Open your mods folder. I have mine a shortcut to mine because I'm in and out of it all the time. And don't mind my stuff. It's a bit busy in there. So I'm going to put my new mod, my new CC in there. And I'm going to start my game. Let's look for our shirt. Since I have that thumbnail, it shouldn't be too hard for me to locate it. I really need to delete that one day. Alright, so there is our shirt. And that is it. So that wraps it up. I hope this tutorial was helpful and that you were able to do what you were looking to do. I may do another tutorial in the future. I'm not sure yet. We will have to see. Hopefully this one helped you do what you were looking to do though. And I will see you next time. Hit that like button if you like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.